fuckers. Let's go down the mine shaft. Baltus gave me this rope to climb down, but it might take a while. Should I go now? Oh, no, I know who Baltus is. Yeah, let's go down. Thanks, Baltus. I kind of fucked up the conversation with the... It's also another instance of, like, they didn't account for everything. They didn't account for me saying no to them. Basically passing the check regarding, hey, like, the frog thingy. And then talking to the sister and me being like, maybe, like, nah, I don't think so. I don't think I can help you out with that. And then talking with her again, because then she assumed, oh, hey, like, you didn't actually talk to the brother. You don't know what we're doing. But it's like, no, I know what you're doing. You're doing frog shit. Damn, she fucking takes a while with that shit, don't she? That's some good rope. The good rope. Can you climb back up? I hope you can. Okay. There are a lot of different coins down here. How odd. It's not like this is a Saint's Well. Oh, tablet. It's still writing on it. Oh, what does it say? Oh, it's a poem. I think it's a love note. Rising passion. J. Oh, Lieb. Oh, this is all in... This is German? Yeah, this is German. Yeah. Deutsch Night unterdrücken, obwohl du nicht quitten hast, Lust, Frost. Why can't in solches Verlangen rein sein? Lass uns treffen. Stunde wait not, were selbst hellig gemacht. Hört Mike sind los Freien. That's like woman, leave, live. I know some of these words. I would have chucked this shit down on Minecraft too. Ah! Oh, that's fucking funny. Oh, this looks like a large version of some of Baltus's contraptions. This winch must have been attached to some sort of hauling and pulley system. Fascinating. But what exactly was done? No, I should get from the Roman era and before. Oh, bones. They're far too big to be human. No horns. Looks like a mule to me. Maybe it hauled that winch. Poor creature dying down here. Huh. So he had an animal powering something. But what are they doing? Oh, a piece of pottery. It's beautiful. Let's go check out the cave, I guess. Okay, what's this? Another piece. I wonder if they're all from the same pot. Oh, that shit. Oh, this must be the same kind of figurines Till and the other farmers find in the fields. To think that there are so many remnants of our ancestors scattered in fields and caves like this. Yeah, that's kind of weird, right? Pottery scattered everywhere. Getting a lot of the pottery. And another pottery piece. We're gonna be able to reconstruct it a little bit, maybe? I don't know. Oh, another shard. Let's go in the cave. Another shard. What's this say? There's a Latin inscription here. We can't read it. Sucks. Sucks to suck. Oh shit. Is that The Abbey? What is this? Oh. This looks like a Roman map of Tasing. Oh, so the castle was where the Abbey is. Wonder what's changed. We'll see if I can map everything out. There's an aqueduct and a spring. The Abbey was an old fort up on the hill, and there's the rest of the town. Wait, what's this building? I don't recognize it. Mithraeum. Where's Mithraeum? So it's connected to the aqueduct. I don't know that word. I can't quite tell what it's meant to label on this map. Maybe some sort of temple? Well, whatever it is. It's not in Tasing now. That's so odd. What does that mean? Another inscription. It's not very formal. A worker must have carved it. There's that word again. Mithraeum. Must have been important to the Romans. I wonder what... Yeah, I wonder what it means. Another shard. This almost looks like an altar. Well, what would an altar be doing in a salt mine? It's even carved out of salt. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know, man. Another piece. More Latin writing. Okay. Well, if we were a polyglot, we'd probably know what this shit means, but all we know is that there's something where the town is in the ancient Roman times. I don't know what, but I don't know. Hey, this piece looks like it matches the other piece I found. I have a lot of these pottery pieces. Maybe we should find out if they're all from the same pot. Oh shit. I did it. Oh! Did this... I got this because I'm already like, I think that... I don't know. I was gonna say maybe I got that because... No, how do I put this down? Put it down here. Here, what about this piece? Hey, that's it, right? Kinda? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Cool. Cool. There we go. Let's do the just like a puzzle, we should do the outer lines first. And this most likely isn't here. Let's put this up here. Oh wait, maybe this isn't supposed to go here. Maybe, it doesn't matter. Maybe this one's supposed to go here. Yeah, that looks more like it's supposed to be right there. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Let's try and put this like down. Oh, hold on. Put it here. Oh, yeah. It goes here. This goes here. Right? Where do these things go? Fuck. Let's just make the man first. If we finish the man, but where's the rest of the man? There we go. There we go. Booyakasha. Look at that. We're really doing it. We're doing it now, Mr. Krabs. Feel like an archaeologist right now. Look at the archaeologist over here. Boom. Oh shit, that's a big head. That's too big of a head. Oh, no, no, it's just because it's... Shit, I forgot it. I just put it up high. Okay, there we go, there we go. There we go. Boom. We're getting it. No, maybe that's not it. Hold on. There we go. Boom. Boom. Got it. The figures on this plotlet look like they're telling a story. These paintings must depict an early myth, even before the Romans. Let's see. This must be Perchta, and those must be the forest spirits, part of the wild hunt. Oh god, the next part looks like a human sacrifice. Someone, maybe a chieftain, is sacrificing a man to Perchta. The bottom half of the lid continues the story. These look like spirits. They must be coming in to feast on the sacrifice. That must be how our ancestors tried to keep tasting safe. They offer sacrifices to Perchta. What if the killings, what if all the killings for the past like 30-ish years have all, well, not 30, maybe it's like 25-ish years in this game, have all been a sacrifice to Perchta? But the abbot wouldn't be involved with that. It would be one of the older people. That they would be the, oh my god, what if it is? What if it is one of the older residents? Uh, to think that our ancestors, this is part of our history. I'm not sure this is the best part. This is the best story to portray. To think our ancestors made this, and I'm holding it now. Maybe this is what I could paint in the mural. I'll have to think more about it before I decide for certain. Alright, I better keep going before I run out of oil in my lamp. What's this? Oh, a cave-in. The wood here looks newer than the first part of the mine. Was this collapse recent? I won't be able to go any further with all that rubble. I suppose this is as far as I can go. So, the murals on the wall showed me what tasting was like when the Romans were here. I wonder if I can find out where the Mithraeum was, or what it is. And putting the pottery shard back together showed me one of the earliest stories of tasting. I think I've seen everything I can down here. My oil is running out. Time to climb back out. Okay. Well, that was pretty good, right? Now to make sure we can climb out of here. Like, girl, I hope you're strong. Like, that's kind of tough, don't you think? Fuck. Ah! Wait, who's that? Hello? Is someone there? Was that the old man? Was that ill Peter? I'd better get out of this shaft before another rock comes crashing down. I don't trust that man. He could just come back and try and throw another rock. I don't know. Was that ill Peter? I'm getting like I'm getting vibes that it's one of the older folks, like old. I mean, it has to be an older folk that's like the thread puller, but one of the ones that believe in the old gods. Who was that? Even Apollo and Artemis would have helped me out here. Well, now that I have more information, I can make some decisions with the first section of the mural. Cool. Still talk to the charcoal burner. So maybe we do that. Nice pig. Oh, you. Was it you? Yes. I'm Holler Brant, the Lord's gamekeeper. Why are you grazing pigs in the woods? I mean, he did have a beard, I think. Was that you watching me a few minutes ago? That rock almost hit me. Watching you? Nah. Rock? No. Sorry, it said no. I don't know what you're talking about. Now answer me. That's not my pig. I've been walking around this forest for hours. Other than the charcoal burner and the tinker, you're the only other person I've seen. The tinker? If the pig doesn't belong to you, what are you doing here? Does everyone have to justify being in the woods? If I think you're stealing the Lord's wood or illegally grazing your pigs, yes. Alright, let me ask you a different question. Whose pig is this? I don't know. The pig was in the woods when I came in here. Ah, a mysterious lost pig, who apparently belongs to no one. Say nothing. Oh shit. I wasn't expecting that. I thought she shot me. I thought he shot me for a second. If I find any more pigs in these woods, I'll kill them on the spot. And those who brought them here. Do you understand? Yes. Good. Mind your neighbors is what happens when you break the Lord's laws. I knew the Lord's men patrolled these woods, but I've never seen one before. I didn't realize they were so strict. I suppose I should consider myself lucky. Anyway, time to get out of these woods and back to the work at the rat house. Jesus fucking Christ, that dude's fucking insane. Hi Apollo. Hey Magdalene. Now let's talk to the fucking charcoal burner. Hi Smokey. Good day, Mr. Struckerin. I've told you, Smokey. Call me Magdalene. Old habits, I suppose. What brings you to my corner of the woods? More gossip? Yes, actually. But first I want to ask you about the old salt mines. The mines? Is this a new interest of yours, Magdalene? I don't see the townfolk trek out there as much anymore. Last I saw were those two twins making trouble. They know a way in, but I'll be damned if I ever set foot close to that place. What are you so interested in over there? The mural in the rat house is a section about the early stages of tasting. The mines are the oldest part of tasting, and you kept a keen ear. I thought you might have heard something. I don't know about getting down in the mines, but I do know a fair share of stories about them, and the other Roman ruins around here. The old stories my father used to tell me when he was the burner of tasting. The one about Mars and Tassia. Oh, like the god? The nymph was always my favorite hero, though I'm blame that on my youth. Tassia, like tasting? Folks named the town after the pagan god, a Roman one at that. I don't mind telling you the tale, Magdalene, but I warn you, it's a bit bawdy. Oh? Count me curious. Huh. I won't be scandalizing you. Can't have your father hounding me for any for coarseness. But I tell you the decent bits of what I remember. Ugh. Everyone excludes me from the fun. You'll have your fun in time, Magdalene. You just wait and see. Alright. So what's the story? Well, legend says that Mars was hunting in these woods and spied a fat boar for the taking. He just pulled back his spear when he heard a woman scream in terror. Of course, the creature ran off, and the god was angry at the loss of his quarry. So he tramped through the woods to see why a woman was in the forest and not in the local town. But I go in the forest all the time. Yes, but those were the old woods, Magdalene. The wild, where spirits and ghosts prowled. Um, I need more facts, Smokey, not folktales. Every tale has a seed of truth in it, Magdalene. How else does it become a story? If you're looking for facts, go find that doctor, or the inventor. I'm not a learned man, but I know some things. Stories are one of them. Alright, keep going. So, Mars found a nymph, Tassia, bathing in a spring with a fat, ugly satyr goading her from the shore. Enraged at seeing the trapped nymph, Mars transformed into a wolf and slew the satyr. And in return, well, Tassia bathed the god. They bathed. Huh, I see. I did warn you, Magdalene. When Mars left the pool, he dripped onto the ground and it blossomed with flowers and crops. They say that's why this valley is so fertile. We've been growing crops here for generations. People wouldn't want a reason for that, even if it was the gods. Whatever the reason, Tayson's been blessed with fertile grounds for hundreds of years. So much of what the Romans left behind was destroyed over the years, but I like that we still have these tales. You can never really destroy stories as long as there are people to tell them. Of course, the Romans left a hell of a lot behind too. The town is more Roman than Bavarian, really. Because of how long it was a Roman colony? That, and how much of the town is built upon Roman foundations. Tasing is actually much smaller. Bro? Now, than it was in the Romans' day. At least, that's what I make of it. The ruins go deep into the forest, and all the way to the old mine. Half of Tasing is built on Roman stone. Take a walk around town and you'll start noticing things. We use their stone to build. The old temples by Sati's shrine has grown over, but the aqueduct runs for miles. Even the abbey used to be an old Roman fort. You can see some of the Roman paved stones under the road if you look hard. We may not be Roman, but this town is. I never realized how much we relied on Romans for our infrastructure. Most of the people around here don't. The townsfolk are too busy to notice what's right in front of their eyes. Well, thanks. I should get going. Just keep an eye for any wolves or satyrs you might see down there, eh? I'll let you know if I see any. Thanks for your help. Good luck, Magdalene. Be safe. Should get back to the rat house and get to work. Hello, is there anything I can do for you? Knives need sharpening? I'm Magdalene Druckerin. Are you a friend of Smokey's? I'd like to think so. I'm Vaxlav. I'm a tinker. Oh, he's a tinker. Okay. Travel around and help people out with sharpening knives, little things like that. Druckerin. Are you a printer's daughter? I am. My father is a printer. Do you sample the wares much? As often as I can. Vaxlav, don't. You're going to get in trouble again. What's he talking about? Nothing. Ignore him. Nothing? This one can't help but talk to people about all of the strange things he believes. He reads all sorts of books, talks to odd folks, and gets ideas brewing in his head. Now that doesn't bother old Smoky none. Bothers some other people a whole lot. Who? Priests? Some people with limited imagination. Inquisitors. 2 Inquisitors. No need to overstate the danger. Do we want to know what happened? A long time ago, I got into an argument with some people in town. They told Father Thomas. To his credit, he told them to let it go, but somehow an Inquisitor found out. Anyway, I had to leave for a while. So, books? Strange ideas? Yes. The host, the Eucharist, the bread and wine, the body and blood of Christ. Holy Communion? What about it? More and more people are writing about rejecting transubstantiation. The idea that the bread and wine of the Eucharist literally becomes the body and blood of Christ. Here we go. Yes? Well, there are 2 ways to look at it. The first is on the grounds that Wycliffe and Huss rejected it. Oh, this, if I had like the other ability, like the other, like my knowledge base based around what's it called? If I had it based around the, I forget what it's called, like the church shit, then I wouldn't be able to speak more to this. Using our eyes, our senses, there's nothing perceptible that changes in the character of the bread and the wine. I suppose that's true. Good. But there's also a second point. Even if the bread and wine turned to Christ's body and blood, why is that necessary for spiritual communion? We are bound by flesh, attempting to reunite with the light of God through the Eucharist. Yeah, blah 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 blah. We know what the Eucharist is. The act, the observance, unites our will with that of Christ. God is present in us through the remembrance, not the physical act. Oh, He is present, not the physical act. So what does that matter? Are you saying we shouldn't take communion? No, there's nothing wrong with taking communion as a rite or act. But if you accept what I'm saying, there are other things I'd like to discuss. I'm not listening to any of this. Are you ready to hear why it's important to disbelieve in transubstantiation? Sure, why not? I'll admit I hoped for some more enthusiasm regarding the fate of our souls, but alright. This all starts with Lucifer creating the world. Excuse me? He created God. God was the Word, and the Word was truth, and the truth is light. The light is God's will. God's light contained aspects, what we consider angels, facets of His infinite intellect. One of these aspects separated itself from His intellect, and manifested in the darkness as the corrupt will, Lucifer. By what power could a portion of God's will separate from the whole? The will moved itself. God's intellect being infinite also contained the capacity to transcend the infinite. To exist outside the boundaries of infinite light, the corrupt will brought into being an equally infinite darkness. Within that darkness, Lucifer cast his false light, a corrupted imitation of the divine intellect, to create the world. I'm kind of getting lost. All material in our world is inherently a corrupted manifestation of that false light. We still have a connection to God through our intellect, but it is flawed by existing in our physical bodies. So Genesis is wrong? There are many stories of creation, many versions even of Genesis. Why is it you believe yours is the correct one? You believe the one your church has given you. Maybe if you were given another, you would have believed that instead. Was Jesus flawed by being a man even though he was born of a virgin? He was not born of a virgin. I'm not hearing any of this. And it would not matter if he were. Lucifer was a rebellious splinter of God's will. The Lord appeared when he willed. The Christ appeared when God willed his divine intellect into Jesus. But you said that physical bodies were all corrupt. Yes, but while we are the heirs of Lucifer's rebellious intellect, Christ received wisdom from the light of God himself. He did truly die and was truly resurrected in body. But his reappearance was only important for him to convey the message of salvation to the people. In truth, resurrection is always happening, since if we die without grace, our souls are condemned to be reborn. This physical world is the only hell we know, living again and again, the only torment. So how do we escape it? Regular prayer, abstinence from material desires, sublimation and elimination of want? That just sounds like being a monk. No. Priests and monks are corrupt agents of business of the church. They have taken the simplicity of holy devotion and profaned it with pageantry. The saints, too. All this talk of Moritz and Sati and miracles, they're just stories. The church has led people astray, but the hope of people in meaningless rituals, faith in relics. You have some interesting ideas, Vaxlav. I'm glad you think so. I've spent a lifetime thinking about them. Anyway, thank you for indulging me, Magdalene. Of course. Until later. Until then. Yeah. I'm gonna say that she's not gonna be like super. He does have some interesting ideas. I feel like Magdalene as a character, especially with her being like a tinkerer and kind of like a little bitchy. I think I'm gonna make her more into like a character that's like she does entertain a lot of ideas. Doesn't mean she agrees with them and just agrees with anything. Like I think she's gonna be more like, traditional in like religious sense. But okay, we're going to. Well, why don't we go to the Gertner farm? We still have to go to the Gertners. Hey, Otts. Where I'm a little busy. The Gertner farm. Oh shit, it's Big Jorgy. Was it Ill Peter that did that shit to me? Ah, Magdalene. How are the hinges on your doors? Fine, I guess. Maybe Andra should take a look at them. I would have asked your father, but, well. Anyway, you wouldn't believe how many people in this town leave their hinges to rust. Really, Jorg? If you want an excuse to snoop in people's homes, just invite yourself over for supper. That's not... The council's looking for... The council's looking after the town. Paul would like to institute a yearly check of all homes and tasting. Yeah, I'm sure he would. That's kind of weird, though. That's like Big Brother-ish. It does seem a bit nosy to me. Why not just let folks take care of themselves? That's my thinking, too. I don't see why we need to make this whole thing official. Everyone in town helps each other. As I see it, if someone notices a house in disrepair, we all pitch in to fix it. To do anything else would be unchristian. But if Paul wants to see it through, I'm happy to go along with it. Makes me feel useful, you know? Speaking of, I better get back to work. Nice to chat with you, Magda. Fucking ill, Peter. Was it you, goddammit? Hello, Peter. Can I talk to you for a moment? Eh, what's that? I was wondering if you could tell me some of the stories about tasting. Oh, the old tale, hmm? It's been so damn long since anyone had a thought to ask me about what I know. But there's still a... Oh, is it his boar? Oh shit, they're gonna be pissed. But there's still a few old tales knocking about in this skull. Are there any myths from even before the Romans came to tasting? Of course there are. The Romans aren't the first ones to live here, you know. There are spirits older than the saints that live in these woods, older than the Romans. They're protected. They protected tasting before St. Moritz ever set up blessed foot in this town. What sort of spirits? The sort that I'm getting at. Didn't your father teach you patience, Magdalene? Sorry. It's Perchta and her wild hunt that scared them evil ones away. They protected tasting since its founding day. Long before those Romans, our ancestors roamed through these mountains under a great chieftain called Rhaetus. Now, folks weren't as kind as they are now, and the tribes fought one another for the best land. The old chieftain was a yellow-bellied coward who neglected the old gods. He was too proud to make the offerings. Because of him, the gods favored other tribes, and Ratius's people had no land to call their own. Instead, they wandered through these mountains and valleys, hunting and gathering on what they could to survive. One day, when winter was approaching, Ratius went hunting and found a wounded wolf tangled in a trap. But instead of killing the beast, as most men would, he helped the beast and loosed it from its bounds. Was the wolf a spirit in disguise? Of course not. Wolves are wolves, girl. Spirits don't need the skin of animals for their powers. Still, you've got the sense of the thing. The old gods are keen to repay favors done, and Perchta is the goddess of the wild hunt. The wolves are her animals. She leads the wild hunt, and the wolves lead the hunts of the forest. Back in my day, folks knew it was bad luck to kill a wolf. Now I'm the only one who remembers these things. Perchta saw Right's action and took favor on him, and told the wolf to lead the chief to her sacred spring. Ratius led his people to the spring and claimed it for his homeland. We've been in this valley ever since. Then those damn Romans came and destroyed everything. But you see, there were other gods protecting this place before St. Moritz. It's why a few of us still honor Perchta. She protects us against witches and fiends. Smokey told me about a similar story with a wolf and a nymph, except his was about Roman gods. Pah! The Romans tried to wipe out all the old ways, made everything about themselves. You think those wine-addled fools could stand to let us have our own custom? They may have built this town, but they didn't write its stories. God sent Persia to protect these woods from the sun-brained bastards. Even if I'm the only one who can see her through the old customs. What about the Romans? Do you know any Roman legends of tasting? Roman legends? Puh. I don't bother with stories from outsiders or tales of gods that aren't our own. The Romans did nothing but conquer our people and destroy this town. We've spent generation after generation building tasting back up from those days. And still, our traditions keep dying, with no one to carry them on. Only Ursula's giving a damn about them these days. Well, I'm glad she does. But I'm asking about them right now. Huh. Well, I don't know shit about the Romans anyway. Alright. I have a lot to think about. Thank you for sharing your stories with me, Peter. At least someone wants to listen to me. Little Ursa used to sit by me years ago and listen to everything about the old customs. Too busy for that now, of course, but you might talk to her. She might remember more than I do now. Used to listen to the widow, too. Old Ottilia knew more about the old ways than any of us. I'm tired. Talking so much has made my jaw ache. I'll leave you to rest then. Bye, Peter. Beta. Oh, shit. Hey, Veronica. Hello, Magdalene. How is the mural going? Hope my husband hasn't been bothering you about it too much. No, the council left me to work for the most part. I think Otts has something to do with it. That boy has his eye on you, Magda. At least he's using his authority to do some good. Usually that lot just meddles around in things that are best left alone. Those men are bad influences on each other, if you ask me. Now they're chattering on about a yearly check of the hinges on every door in town. Hinges? Who gives a damn if hinges on our front door creak? The counts are just old men looking to feel important. We have enough to do as it is. If God wanted them to feel important, he would have made them lords. Anyway, I think it's good of you to be working on the mural. I wish Artemis and Apollo would take an interest in something like that. Speaking of, have you seen them around anywhere? I asked them to find someone look after the chickens, but they've disappeared. They're catching frogs in the forest for some reason. Ugh, those two. What do they even need frogs for anyway? Father Thomas says they're only so much trouble because I named them after Greek gods. He says those names have power, but I still like them. Besides, Apollo and Artemis were gods of virtues. If anything, they should be more well-behaved. Names can only have as much power as we allow them to have. Can every Greek name really invoke pagan gods? Maybe you're right. Father Thomas spends too much time in his books. Besides, then he'd be in a poor state. Father Thomas the Doubter. Anyway, I better go find those rascals. Good luck on the mural, Magdalene. Thanks, Veronica. Until later. There's Clara. Where's our Ursula? Hello, Magdalene, dear. How are you? How's Klaus? He's... Neither of us are doing well. I'm having trouble coping with the stress. Dad's been hard to understand recently. Oh. Oh god. I'll keep praying for you both. The both of you deserve the best. Life's been hard enough for you already. Please let me know if you need any help around the house. I'd be happy to help. Oh, thank you, Clara. That's very kind of you. I've been so busy in the Wrath House, I've let the house go to a bit. Not to worry. I'll come by and help. Besides, then we can chat, and chatter makes chores pass quickly. With all my children up and grown, and no husband to care for anymore, I've got to make myself useful somehow. Yeah. Big Jorg is still in the house, though, isn't he? Oh, yes, but he's a grown man with children of his own. He and Veronica are capable of caring for their own household now. Eva is taking care of Otts. Ursula and Fabian have their own life together. They don't need me anymore. But isn't that a good thing? Heavens, yes. I thank God that my children are all grown and prospering. After so many years of tending to them and maintaining a home, I don't know what else to do. You can always find something new to do. Keep busy by helping Gret in the bakery or something. Or God did give us the Sabbath to rest, you know. Jorg has been telling me to rest more, you know. Perhaps these days are my reward until the Lord takes me. Well, I still do want to take some of the burden of the chores off your hands. I'll be over soon, alright? See you then. Cool. Did I go check out the bedroom? Oh my god. The old bedroom. It's been a while, man. It's been a very long time since I've seen this place. Alright. Where is... Man, I really want to... I guess I could try and find Othelia. But I really wanted to find, We'll try and find. We'll try and find everyone next time.